Hello and welcome back. This is Nom Nom, and we are once again in Oxygen Not Included. This is the Aridio Mark III asteroid. I'm sorry, the Aridio Mark III base on the Aridio asteroid with oppressive heat. This is our third go-through on the Aridio map. First time was just sort of a checking it out. Second time was sort of a failed colony, mostly because of poorly managed gases, which I'm also struggling with on this map. And now we have cycle 196 on what is so far going pretty well for a colony where I am attempting to not farm. I'm just doing ranching, and I'm finding it to be rather difficult. Fortunately, I did get some briar blossom seeds and some dusk caps. So if I can actually find a spot in my base that's cool enough to grow them, I could supplement my food, which is probably something I'm going to need to do. It's really hard for me. I haven't figured out a good way to automate egg production. The egg cracker is not an item that has any automation wired up to it. And I don't want to take away from my ranching. I want to keep my critter count going up. If we take a look at the colony summary, we had some sort of achievement. Okay, database entry. We have not this. I don't want to see this. Yeah, okay, I do want to see this. Down here we have our domesticated critters, and we peaked here at like 33 critters, and now we're down to roughly 28. So I definitely want to eat fewer eggs, I think is the takeaway, and get those critter counts up. Now my wild critter count is up to 70 something, yeah, 69, and I think some of that has to do with, you know, when I release these pips into the wild after I've tamed them up. I'm not sure if they stay tame, and I can't select that pip. There he goes. He is tame, so I'm not sure how that works out, although he's not in a ranch. But yeah, anyways. Chlorine. Chlorine is settling down. I've got this setup here that I think is working to help contain my chlorine. So these rusty oxidizers spit out chlorine. I've got it falling down into this pit. I've got an algae terrarium there to get rid of any carbon dioxide that falls down into the pit, leaving hopefully just chlorine for these two. I've got it recessed just a little bit, so hopefully it contains the chlorine. And as far as the rest of this chlorine goes, I do have a bunch in a tank that I pumped in there, and I've got these other 4 dasher salt vines down here that are starting to grow because the chlorine level is getting low enough down here for that to happen. Okay, my polluted water container over here has outgrown its usefulness. It's flooded a couple of times, and I think I might throw down a couple of arbor trees, actually on farm tiles, to use up some of that polluted water. So I'm just going to drop one of those down here. For example, that's a good spot for a tree. Let's see what else. Got my nature preserve going on over here. It's helped a lot with my stress. Anytime I see somebody like Gossman here stressing out, morale 24, it's actually pretty good. I can just send him over here to get the nature preserve buff. Bam, nature preserve. Now he's 30 out of 24. Okay, what else? We have our natural gas geyser down here. This setup is done, but the geyser is dormant, and we found a new natural gas geyser. So we're gonna basically mirror this setup over here. I guess I could just set up a blueprint. Yeah, new blueprint. We'll take everything that is hang on, new blueprint starting there. I'll take this whole thing. Looks good. Use the blueprint. Now if I can just line this up correctly. Bam, right there. Of course, I need to finish it off where I had, where I had some obsidian before. I'm going to P4 this because I don't want them to uncover that. Alright. I do want them to do this though over here. You guys can do all this on this side. Yep. Mainly I want them to get the water lock set up. So I'm going to set up a ladder coming down here. And they can destroy that ladder in time. Over here, in order for this water lock, I'm going to need plumbing. I'll have to cancel that. Put a bottle emptier there. Cancel that. Okay. We'll see how they do on that. Okay. What else? I got my oxygen production set up here with my electrolyzer. So I do have a hydrogen generator now. Getting water over here from our desalination system. Pumping water over here. It's coming in at 50s, roughly. Pumping out oxygen and hydrogen. Of course, it's pumping out warm oxygen and hydrogen. I have this power system set up to a smart battery for the hydrogen generator. And then it comes over here and helps power the desalinator. For whatever reason, that's unreachable. That's a good reason. For whatever reason, they didn't want to build that. Now I understand. There's one wire here that they haven't built. And also I've been doing some research. So on the research front, we're into solid transport. We're almost done with it. But we did get this automatic dispenser. So I think we're going to have the Great Sweepening. I am going to sweep a ton of stuff into that spot right there. So a couple of things we're going to need to do. I need a bottle emptier. I guess I can get rid of that for now. Put the bottle emptier there. Okay. As you can tell, I think my colonists, yeah, they're actually idle for like the first time ever. There's lots to do, but I can only have 3 down here at a time, and they're doing a lot of stuff down here. So since they are idle, why don't we get some brine? How much brine have we got, guys? Liquid? Well, none now, apparently. Really? Am I out of brine? Or did you guys just already assign the brine to this particular thing? Huh. Well, I guess we'll just use salt water then. That's fine. Salt water it is. So I'm going to put some water in this this 2-tile space, and I'm going to put an automatic dispenser right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it on the other side, so we'll wait till that bottle emptier. Somebody gets to that task in the bottle emptier. Any day now. Salt water. I know there's plenty of salt water around, guys. There's lots. There you go. Really? That's the amount of salt water that you're going to give me? Alright. There we go. Oh, jeez. Alright. 7. There we go. Nope. Oh. Man. Well, on the bright side, they're picking up all those little tiny bottles of salt water that I had laying around. There we go. Some real quantities. Keep it coming. Wow, they went from being idle to not having time to fill the bottle emptier. Wow, I've got 4 larva eggs. I'm not sure what's happening down here. Remove the larva. Alright. So that should give me more than 7 in here, right? Yeah, that gives me 8. So they should wrangle one of those guys and put him down here. And I guess we'll find out if he dies down here like they did last time. Not sure why all the ones down here died last time. Just like, I looked away for a moment and they were all dead. Oh no! Really, you guys? Alright, now you really need to do all that. Oh my dupes. And give me some salt water down here also. Wow, you guys. Well, it's not idle. It's got that going for it. It's interesting. So I copied that blueprint, but the doors didn't come over. The automation did, but the airlock doors did not. Not sure what happened there. Okay, that and no more liquid. Deconstruct. And give that a 7. Oh, you guys. Really? Alright, well, some bonus natural gas I didn't want. Fortunately, it should stay in this room at least. I can address it later? Question mark. And, I was going to say we have another geyser down here, but we have one of those oxalite spirals. All right. Up here. All right. That is almost enough water. We do have a printing pod go off. Sure, we'll take the snazzy suit. Who doesn't have one? Clothing. Snazzy suit. Gossman could use it. There we go. I've got one here too. That one's assigned. That one is not. Who else? Ruby or Nails? Nails. Alright, snazzy suits. I did finally get this into a Great Hall, so that's a good morale bonus. And I did get those couple of Wheezeworts. I mean, it's making a difference, but it's not making much of a difference. I really need to get that into its own custom Wheezewort chamber. Maybe I could do that in combination with something like a mulewood farm. I'm sorry, a mushroom farm. I tried growing dust caps down here, but they are too hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig those up. Just wasting slime if I'm trying to feed those. And you guys, come on. Get this closed off. Literally a hot mess, you guys. Oh my god, Hassan, you're so slow. Alright, so close. Alright, that should at least contain most of it. If they can finish this tile here, then at least the pressure should build up. It's got to push down in order to get into here. Oh, man. You guys are killing me. That one too, guys. That one too. Missed one. Hurry before the end of cycle. Oh, jeez. That one. This one. Thank you. Will she magically jump through the tile? No. Okay. Thank you, Hassan. You may be slow, but you got my back. Alright. That is at least closed in. It's a little, kind of a poor man's water lock. But it works for now. until they dig that up. But they should... Yeah, it's P7. So they'll get to this sooner. I just wanted somewhere for that water to go, honestly, but I'll take the gold amalgam. So, thing with the blueprints, I love them. I love being able to copy a build and putting it somewhere else that easily. But when you're doing it around something like a vent, obviously slightly hazardous. Alright, they'll get that now. It's under control. This system over here, alright, good, we got this wired up. So, I really don't need these wheels anymore. I'm going to deconstruct that one, and I'll just set this one on disabled. And good, I've got all the water I need. Why is that pipe blocked? I understand that it's going to jump here, but why doesn't it go down here? Does it see that as an exit only? It must. I'm going to deconstruct that for the water to flow down here, which I need it to do. Okay, they've got plenty of water in here now, so we can deconstruct this thing. And then we're going to put a tile here. And automatic dispenser right there. Alright, come on. All my dispensing dreams need to come true, you guys. And I have 0 kcals, so we're going to queue up some mush bars. Sorry about the mush bars, guys. Sorry. So sorry. Critter eggs. I have a hatchling egg and a pip egg that are extra. Alright, and these rows should be getting kind of old too. Not yet, I guess. Another 10 cycles. Alright, look at this chlorine. This is a thing of beauty. Chlorine is way down here. These dash of salt vines are consuming it at a pretty decent clip. Down here though, I'm down to grams. So, how do I get more CO2 down here? A couple of things I can do. I do have these gas reservoirs here, full of carbon dioxide. I'm going to put a gas valve. Oh, right here? Nope. Gas valve right that way. Okay. Then I can just do this. And give me the option to put some gas up there. We'll let them go ahead and get on that. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw another liquid reservoir here after I dig that up. So it won't let me build where there's a plant. Alright, and looks like my hydrogen tank is full. Need more hydrogen tanks, clearly. And we'll go this one first, and then down to this one, and just destroy that. I did get some oxygen in here. As you can see, it's doing some damage to my hydrogen generator when I get to a wrong element. That shouldn't happen anymore now that this is 100% hydrogen in here. That was just a sort of priming the pump issue that I had at the beginning. Alright, and that getting rid of that water bridge did indeed open this up. Alright, what else do we need? Gossman at 51%. Why are you so stressed, man? You've got the needed morale, 20 out of 20. I'm not sure what's stressing out Gossman. Solid transport. I can do rails now. Colony achievement. Nothing. Okay, that's weird. Okay, oh, they finally got this done. So over here I'm going to need a vent filter for sure. How do I want to do this? Put it there. In. Out. I guess I'll go this way. Like so. Sure, why not? And then I'm going to want to tile that off. And yeah, you can belch all the gas you want now, my friend. On this side, I don't care, I can just vent it to here. And I'm going to need some doors. Door 1, 2, 3. Need to deconstruct these ladders. There. That's the other thing. The blueprint doesn't overwrite what's already built. So. Alright, it does dig up stuff though, which is nice. Alright, I do not have an electrical engineer. I think we were about to fix that. Yes. May. Congratulations on your electrical engineering degree. Let's just give that a 6. And we'll use aluminum. The only refined metal that we have right now. Okay, we've had a printing pod ding off here. We'll take dirt. We're not ready for another dupe. And we're ready for the Great Sweepening. See this? Take everything except critter eggs on sweep only with a priority 6 and sweep. And sweep and sweep. So much to sweep. That's a disgusting amount of sweeping. We'll be back when they're done sweeping. All of the sweeping. Okay, I was just waiting for some sweeping tasks to get completed, and they have swept up a ton of stuff. There's just an absolute ton of stuff down there. You can see they're only probably 20% done with all my sweeping tasks though. But I noticed that my carbon dioxide down here got really low with my Slickster ranch. So I opened up this valve that we built down here earlier, and I am dumping out carbon dioxide into this area to feed them. I am also, I think I can build this now. Yeah, I'm also going to queue up plumbing, insulated pipe. Queue up a couple more tanks of ethanol so that this thing starts running again. I did leave the sweep task at 6, so they should do that before they do most other things. Still trying to get the sweeping done. The main motivation for the sweeping is decor. As you can see, the base decor is terrible, pretty much except the bedroom and the bathroom. So yeah, if we get this swept up, it should help, and then we can throw it on some decor items. Okay, the sweeping is moving along nicely. I'd say they're probably about halfway done. It's been like 6 cycles. I have had to pause to take care of a few things. The CO2 down here was running low. These tanks are almost completely empty. That was a ton of CO2 that these guys just gobbled up. I did re-enable the ethanol distiller. I added these 2 tanks over here. I had to bump that up with some priority to get them to actually finish that. And it looks like, oh, that's unreachable. Interesting. I need to make that reachable. I want to finish up this pipe so that I can get some of this natural gas up to the rest of the base, but I also need to finish these other build tests. I think they're all priority 6. Oh, okay, I thought they were 7. We're going to do 7. We're going to try and finish that up. Actually, there's no water down here. Looks like there's one. And I don't think I'm going to care too much. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. We'll put a storage bin right here, and we'll sweep this up. And this can say if it's above 20,000, it can turn on. In other words, they'll turn on for a while. Yeah, I need natural gas. This whole system is dependent on it. You know, I just didn't get this built before this went dormant. Otherwise, I think we would have been in much better shape. All right, they can build that now. Please do. And these tanks are just about out of CO2. The chlorine has definitely, you know, been pushed out of the base, which is good news for the base. Kind of want this chlorine to come down here. Let's see if I can put a airflow tile here. Get it to exchange. Actually, it'll never change. CO2 is heavier than chlorine. And this little bump here is probably keeping it from flowing out. Looks like I'll probably always have chlorine here. Unless I grew a dash of salt vine on the ceiling. We can do that. We'll just put one right there. Alright, this system seems to work really well. Now that I've got my chlorine under control. This algae is honestly not drinking the CO2 as fast as I would like it to, but it's looking like all my chlorine is getting trapped in this well, so I don't know if this thing had needed water for a while or if it was in a lower priority, but it seems to be working out. This system up here was running out of power, running this desalinator because my water tank was empty. It was basically running constantly, and so I re-enabled this manual generator so that they could actually store some hydrogen again. This system should be self-sufficient if I wasn't providing all of the water from my base through this desalinator. Actually, it looks like we ran out of water for the desalinator to run off of, which is fine for now because we've just got a ton of it there. So this should start storing up an excess. Yeah, we should be getting a reserve of hydrogen now. Check out my critter eggs. It looks like I can spare a couple of pips. Alright, down here I did throw some equipment for a pinchro or poker shell farm, ranch I guess it is, but not ready yet to build that stuff, so I left it at priority 5. Alright, and everything down here looks like it is done. It's gonna need power for sure. And we've got all this power, all these wires set up over here. I think I'm just gonna run a heavy watt wire. And put a joint plate here, transformer here, and just run regular wire down there. This stuff should never consume that much power. It's not that big of a system. Go ahead and do that, you guys. And I also need to mop that up with some priority. Let's build that also. Water down here would really mess with the gases is all. So, also need you to build 3 tiles. I'm hoping they can get all that. You should be able to, from below and from above. Alright, man. It's good to see that chlorine go away. I think it helps that I'm just not continuously saturating my base with chlorine from this rusty oxidizers. These things probably aren't even running as often as they used to because this stuff up here is running as well. And I actually think I'm generating more salt than I'm using right now, which is surprising. Alright, I did bring this out like 4 tiles. Try and keep this from flooding constantly. And now this tree is using polluted water also, so they'll have something to use the polluted water with. I think Bristle Blossom, grown from blossom seeds, Bristle Blossom uses water. Okay, so I'm going to actually need regular water to grow Bristle Blossoms if I choose to do that. This guy here, I will put the dash of sulfine. Alright, I did use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks of carbon dioxide I just dumped in here. Wow, that was a lot of CO2. And they ate that up. So they clearly can consume a lot of CO2 when they're happy. And when there's a lot of them. It just took forever for me to catch up. I think they were glum for a while, which is what kept them from eating the CO2 I was expecting them to eat. Alright, man, they're really moving on this stuff. I want to make sure to set this to natural gas. And the pressure down here is actually too high. They're not even going to be able to dump the CO2 out of the system that's in here right now. So, what do? We are going to do a temporary vent right here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. And this one can also go. Let's see. We'll do that, and we'll get rid of this. Oh, that's fine. It'll vent there, but if it can't vent there, it'll go into the tank. And then put that vent there. As this compresses, this should be able to work. Let's have them build that. Looks like we have power down here now. Everything's powered. Those are built. So now I need to build these. we'll say sweep only, everything, and sweep that with a priority of 9. I really want that out of there. I guess I'm never getting that stuff out of there. That's fine. Hop to it, dupes. Lots to build, lots to build. Where are you guys going with that stuff? Really? You're choosing to just put that up here? Okay. Are those still set to sweep only? No. Huh. Not sure why they put it up there. How about that? I don't know why you guys are doing that. There's literally a closer bin right here. Whatever, as long as they get it swept out. And this thing's got another 18 cycles before it kicks back in. That will help also because these are going to generate carbon dioxide, which will help feed our slicksters. Oh, this is beautiful. There's almost no chlorine. Just a little bit of chlorine here. That salt vine should eat it. This is great. Base hasn't been this chlorine free in a while. I will put a gas. Keep saying gas. I will put an airflow tile right there though. That will help. All right. It's really coming together. It's even looking cleaner. Hold on. They got so many of those sweep tasks done. Printing pod went off. Not ready for a dupe. I will just take some sandstone. Man, I'm gonna have some starving slicksters here pretty soon if I don't get some CO2 production. This thing's working. Yeah. It's not working fast enough. Got all that polluted dirt still that it's taking forever for them to cook that polluted dirt up. Oh, is it? Oh, it's almost 60 degrees all throughout that farm. It's like 59 in some spots. Alright. What's left here? Alright, just finish this gas vent and then we can close it up. Okay, everything is going here. This is pumping natural gas into an area that won't accept any more natural gas. So we'll go ahead and prioritize this up to 7. We should be able to turn this on. Pump out the carbon dioxide from down here. Let's see, if it's above 1,000. We can start pumping that. All this carbon dioxide is going to go into the tank. Alright, we're almost there. Somehow we have 11 kilograms of natural gas in this one tile. Not sure how that happened. There we go, we let some of it out. Yeah, that's not working very well. We just have a ton of natural gas right there. Alright, this thing doesn't need to be sweep only, it can just be a regular storage bin now. This needs to get locked. I really need to build this thing, come on. Alright, now, let's just say if it's above 500, then it should run. Also, let's go into automation overlay. Let's set it all to 5, nope, 1 second. This is the exciting part of oxygen not included. All right, now that's happening in good time. It looks like we're actually pumping out natural gas. Oh, whoa, whoa. Deconstruct. Right now. Ha ha ha. Whoops. Alright, gas bridge. How about a gas bridge? Someone? Anyone? That's so much better. All right. Can I empty pipe contents? If it's, yeah, I can. Anyone? Doing some damage to my machinery here. Oh, did it already eat it all, really? Wow. Alright, well. Now I just need to repair that thing. And that thing. Whoops. Yeah, alright. $15 kilograms of natural gas, but we've also got some CO2 down here still. This is above 500, then this pump can run. Let's get rid of some of that CO2. We'll say it's above 0. This pump can run until it backs up, basically. I want to make sure to get that CO2 out of there. Alright, looks like we got our last bit of carbon dioxide out of there. We just have a little bit of polluted oxygen. I don't think that's ever going to get out of there. This thing is, it's got some bad gases in here too, so they might eventually make their way out. But, yeah, we're cranking along. 10 kilograms of natural gas. Pipes backed up. And this will store all the natural gas I need. Oh, this is great. This thing is actually able at times to pump a little gas in. It's probably going to fill up before I can get all my natural gas out of here, but it was a valiant effort. Let some of that polluted oxygen out. Maybe that'll help. Who's going to do it? Nicola. Alright. This thing's probably got a bunch of polluted oxygen in it, yeah. Not a bunch, 10 kilograms. That definitely is going to help. Okay, this looks like it did the trick. This pump I can disable. So we just have a little bit of natural gas down here, but I'm basically pumping polluted oxygen into this thing, which is not what I wanted to do anyway. Well, it's full now, so it's going to stop. But we'll disable it. Yeah, 16 kilograms. I will take that. Looking good. Alright, that means I have power again, and in a few cycles, 15 cycles, I'll have lots and lots of power. Why won't this one take the gas? Stops here because it sees this as an out. I guess we need a better piping solution than this. I want it to be able to handle coming from both directions. I'm just going to change the way this works. It's just going to go here to a bridge. Alright, we'll just do that. Eventually I'll destroy this, but I'm going to want to do that. Well, I guess I can just destroy this bridge and it'll flow out eventually. Alright, we'll give this a priority 6. Finish that. That should work. I don't need any reservoirs since I've got pressure tanks here and here basically. Wow. Destroying that chlorine. That is so nice. Down here, stabilized at about 1,000 grams a kilogram, roughly, of CO2. That's all working out well. Alright. The fungal spore, if I can find it, dust cap, will run up to 35 degrees. It is 34.6 over here. We'll go ahead and do that. I am also over here getting ready to plant a wheezewort up here in a hydrogen tank and run some cooling lines so that these mushrooms will grow. And I guess I need to destroy these ladders. Alright, pip egg, hatch egg, one of each. Don't really have a surplus. Don't really have a surplus of food either. I have been running for quite some time though without having to make mush bars, as I get a food shortage warning. And printing pod's going off. I'll take food. Looks like we've got some skills also on the printing pod. Pretty much everybody. Nails can farm. Nicola's upside down on stress. May. Sure, we'll do mechatronics engineering. Bonnie, improved construction. Hassan, exosuit wearing, and Ruby. Also upside down on stress. We will have you also cropped in. That works. Yeah, I did not assign more stress to Nicola. I guess I could. You know, I have no doctoring skills. Anyone? Nicola, you're my best cook, my best scientist. You don't need to be my medicine guy. You can just chill. It's all ready to go to space, I think, Nicola. And research, let me take a look here. We're going to go for superheated forging. We did finish up smart solid transport. Wow. They really crushed all that sweeping. I mean, they're still finishing up, but the core is not as red. I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and build this fire pole. Efficiency, guys. Efficiency and movement. Guess we could use a fire pole here too. Go ahead and deconstruct this stuff. Nope, not all that stuff. That thing and that thing. Not the wires. Alright, now that I should have pretty stable power, I might want to think about redoing this hot mess over here. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I'm really curious to know when this thing's going to go dormant. Hopefully it's on an alternating cycle from when this thing goes dormant. 23 kilograms natural gas. looks awesome. Oh, I've almost got all of the polluted oxygen out of there too. Or it's all just condensed into that one spot. Keep it up. Alright, these wires up here are I don't need them. They were there from the little whatever this is, mini monument thing. All right, well, actually, I'm pretty happy with what we did here. Mostly it was sweeping and setting up better infrastructure for my my natural gas. But that's going to be it for now. My last couple episodes were pretty long, so I'm going to try and keep this one a little shorter. CO2 under control, chlorine under control, sweeping under control. Next episode might be base beautification. Try and help these dupes with their stress. All right, guys. But until then, this is Nom Nom and Oxygen Not Included, signing out.